God, please work. Okay. Oh, this is a mess. All right. I hope this is good enough of a camera angle. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. Might actually wait for people to get in here. Get a couple viewers. All right. And I want to say for the record, I know I've kind of pumped this up, but it's I should actually go over here. This isn't actually anything super crazy, but it's still props from the movie. Yeah. Oh my god. I'm working with a new table today, so I'm not used to this wobbly old thing. Okay. Oh, this is really high up. I feel like a toddler. Okay. The table I would usually use is, being used for something else. Hold on, let me see if there's like a different seat I can sit in, because this is terrible. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm taking forever. I should just do it. I should just do it, despite the high table. Okay. I knew doing a little bit of a mess getting in and like doing it, but let me turn notifications off. Not chat notifications, but just in my phone notifications. Okay. Let's see. I can probably use this old chair. I'm gonna scoot this whole thing back slightly before we get going. Bear with me. Okay, oh, that's much better. All right, hopefully, I don't think it's really important to see my face necessarily in this video. Okay, so first of all, I'm not the happiest that it was shipped in this flat envelope thingy. That's very scary, especially when you spend a lot of money on irreplaceable items. So that's really scary. And but again, I mean, I understand. But the thing is, they ship this priority, and they honestly could have probably, for the same amount as they paid for this, they could have probably put it in a box. And there is a hole here where something's happened during shipping. I mean, that's scary stuff. And the other thing is, I'm not going to be able to cut into this either because of what's in it. So I got to be very careful. But I do have a razor blade just in case, but I do not want to really use it. I'm just going to try to... Also, I realized I had the address side flipped up. Guess I doxed myself. Oops. It happens. So I'm just going to try my best to, as gently as possible, just kind of, just create a little hole and open this with my hands and try not... I might just poke a little bit, just sort of grab some of this excess. Just, there we go. Okay. So I don't know what's going to be here first, like when I open it, what I'm going to be looking at first, but I'm just going to grab and see, just whatever. I'm just going to roll with it. Okay, so, oh my god, I already see stuff peeking out of the top. Gotta make sure, yeah, there's nothing else in here. I can throw that out. Okay. Oh man, I almost forgot to wear gloves. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm back. Oh man, I knew I was forgetting something. It's gloves, because I'm picky about that. And for the record, all this stuff here, they're going to go in display frames. They're going to be preserved. I'm not going to have them laying out. once I've opened this, because I do want this stuff to be preserved as well as possible. I'll get into that maybe more later, whatever. Okay. I'm sorry. This is. Have I mentioned this is my favorite movie of all time? Have I mentioned that? Have I mentioned that? Because this is an incredible moment for me. I don't know if you recognize this, but this is not a piece directly from Siren Sarah, but this is a piece of scrap material that was used to make the stuff that is on the Siren Sarah costume. So this is cut from the same sheet of whatever material this is. I don't know if I will take this out of the baggie. I don't know. But I mean, here it is. This is the exact material from the same sheet. You know, I hope that makes sense. A lot of people have been confused about that because they think it is directly from Siren Sarah, and people were worried that like Siren Sarah got damaged and somebody was just taking parts off. That's not what happened. This is just the same fabric sheet, whatever this is. And there's a couple different pieces in here. And there's a lot more here because in the picture they didn't have it in this baggie and they had it laid out. It's a pretty big piece. So yeah, I can't see chat from where I am. I'm gonna stand up and read chat because I want to ask you all, do you think I should open this baggie? Should I open this? At the end of the day, it's still gonna go in a display case, but should I open this? What do you all think? What do you think? I should probably angle the camera. I apologize if you weren't able to see that too well. I didn't. Okay, I'm hearing I'm hearing open it. I'm hearing don't open it. Again, somebody else has already had this open. Somebody's already been touching this. But I do understand, you know, I don't want to necessarily do the same thing, but I am going to have to take it out of this bag at some point to put it in a display case. So that's kind of, you know, it's either it happens now or it happens later. You know what I mean? So at some point, I am going to have to take it out of this baggie because I really don't want to display it in the bag. I mean, I have gloves on. These are brand new. It's not like I'm going to, you know, rip it to shreds or something. I'm hearing don't do it, but it's going to happen at some point. Checking chat again. Okay. Well, I'm sorry I'm taking forever. I will get into everything else because I'm way more excited about the other stuff, but this is cool too. I guess I'm going to open it. It's going to happen at some point. It might as well be on camera, right? All right. Let's do this. I'd love to feel this with my own hands, but the realization of what I'm holding just now kicked in. Oh, wow. There's this little piece here that's pretty tightly folded. I'm afraid it'll rip if I try to separate it, so I'm just going to leave it like that. But this sparkly piece, I can't tell exactly what all this would eventually be made into. I can't tell if this is like the tutu or whatever it's called or the wings. I can't tell. I think this would be the tutu most likely. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, I didn't realize this was a separate piece here too. I don't know how it's very thin. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but this is the biggest piece here. Wow. I mean, you know, it's not directly from the suit, but I mean, this is still awesome to have, you know, because it, you know, so it'll probably be laid out something like that in a display frame. I'm going to fold it all back the way it was as delicately as possible. They kind of had it tucked in like that. I don't want to have it out out too long, you know, but I'm going to go ahead and put it back in the bag the way it was. And for now, seal it up. That's our first piece out of the way. I'm gonna come around here and look at chat again and see what's up. Camera's a little crooked, but that's okay. All right. I should probably get on with this. I don't want this to be an hour-long stream. I wanted this to be an average video length so I can re-upload it as a regular video. So, okay. Oh my God. I peeked inside. I'm really excited. Oh my God. I just realized there's glitter from this. There's glitter and it's on my gloves. That's crazy. Oh man. Wow. This is really special to me. I would have never guessed, like, watching this movie for the first time, that I would be this obsessed. But here we are. So we have a comic here. To my knowledge, this is just a regular comic. This isn't autographed or anything. They just threw this in. But what's interesting, I didn't know about this here. There's a second comic. I'm not familiar with this character or anything. There's a second comic on the other side they didn't tell me about. I don't know if they just threw this in or how significant this is. But there is 2 comics in here, but one of them is the WILLY'S Wonderland. This is comic 3. This is the Siren Sarah variant, as you can see, kind of fitting considering, you know, that. But I don't think I'm going to open this. I don't think there's anything. This isn't signed. They did sell a signed comic from one of the artists behind that specific comic. I forgot which one it was. I think it was the regular version of comic 3, if I recall. And I don't have that. But so that's just a regular comic, so we're not gonna go over this too much. It's just, you know, So now this is the next thing that's in here. I think this is the last bit. This next thing has a certificate of authenticity. And I think I'm going to go ahead and show that to you all first. Oh my God. Wait. Okay. Oh my God. Sorry. I didn't realize. Okay. Here's the certificate of authenticity. It's for a Punch Pop label, as you can see, and I didn't realize that it's on the back. They put it in this. It's beautiful. Okay, I thought they had it in a separate thing in the box, so I was going to show you this first. And then whenever I took it out, I realized they have it on the other side, and oh my God. It's beautiful. Because like we have, like, somebody who worked on the movie did scan this and posted the picture of it online so people can make like replicas. But it's such a small and blurry photo, like you can't even read what's on the label. So having not only the real one, but one that's this high quality is amazing. This is fantastic. I want to take it in for a second, look at it for myself. I've just been showing it to the camera this whole time. Oh, wow. And again, it's not going to look as good on camera as it does in person. But I mean, here it is. I might step away for a second so I can get a little closer. But look at that. But this is from the movie. Has its certificate of authenticity right here. This is the real deal. And I'm so proud to own this. How much this was doesn't even matter to me anymore. You know, I know this isn't like one of the suits or anything like that that's like super sought after and expensive. Um, but I mean, once they hold on, let me get back around here. Once they put the suits up for auction, I had the opportunity to have a couple, judging by what they sold for and everything. But I needed that money at the time, and as time moved forward, I it didn't work out, and I could have just spent that money at the time because what I was saving it for um, is irrelevant now. And ever since, I've just been like, dude, I need to get props from Willy's Wonderland. I need to. I don't care what it is. Just something. And there is one more piece included in this that I almost forgot about. So there's a note, and this is screen used confetti from the final battle scene of Willy's Wonderland, right here in a baggie. And they had a lot more than this. They've sold it in other listings, but this is some of it right here. And I'm not going to open this. I am not going to open this here. I don't have a reason to. This is not something I don't know how I'm going to display this. I know it's it definitely look weird because it's in a baggie, but you know, if I did display it in something, but I don't care. I mean, it's insane that I have this in my hand. And the only way I would open this is if I kind of thought about this. I could buy very small baggies, very, very small, not this size at all. I mean, like this big. And I could take some of this confetti out and I could sell or give away little bits of this confetti to fans of Willy's Wonderland if I wanted to. But honestly, all it comes down to is what you guys think I should do, what you all think I should do in terms of like, should I open it? Should I not? Should I leave it alone? That's all up to you at this point. But as of right now, no decisions made. So it's going to stay like this. But this is, this is incredible. It's such an iconic scene, not only just in that movie, but just in general. And this movie's so underrated. But I mean, this is evidence from an incredible fight scene, amazing acting from Nicolas Cage, awesome performances, and just in general, it's fascinating. And I'm gonna make sure there's nothing else in here. Nope, there's nothing else in the thing. But there is this note, and they just said it's from one of the producers, and they didn't specify which one. And look, I'm terrible at reading people's handwriting. So I don't even know if I can read this because unless it's printed text, I can't read it. So I'm gonna look at this. There was no clear photo in the auction or in the listing on eBay showing what this said. So hopefully I don't screw this up. I'm gonna flip this open here. It's just a short and sweet message. It does look like a little bit of it has been peeled off. There was no picture of that in the listing. I don't know if I will contact them about that, but because there's already a picture of it online, I know what that's supposed to say. It says, "Thank you again. Here is some confetti, screen used, from the final battle with Willy." It's just short and sweet. And it's not signed. It doesn't say which producer it's from. But this is really sweet. I love notes like this. I absolutely adore the fact that that Kevin put whenever they did the VHS releases for Willy's, I think they only did it for the clamshell release of the VHS. There's a little note from Kevin in it, and I'm just fascinated with that personally. Just him talking about his experience growing up watching movies and just, some of the inspiration for Willy's Wonderland and everything. So these notes, are printed or not, just are awesome to have. And I love that this is, this is handwritten. And I'm so thankful to have the opportunity to own these things and to be able to proudly display these in my collection of what primarily has only been Willy's Wonderland physical media, like DVD, Blu-ray, 4K releases, the vinyl, stuff like that. And now I have all of this at my disposal here, all of this that I can proudly display. And I am so glad it made it here all in one piece. I'm glad everything is okay. And I promise that I am going to take amazing care of these items here, because this movie is very special to me. I've dedicated this channel to it. I've dedicated a lot of my life to it, and I think it's worth it. The janitor is my favorite character of all time out of any movie. This movie is, I mean, I've always been that person. They ask me what's my favorite movie. I've never known. But once I seen Willy's, I knew for sure this was the one. And I'm proud that that is the one. I'm glad my brain is okay with that. Willy's Wonderland is my favorite movie of all time. And just being, it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it's a crumb that was laying on the floor in a corner that you can't even see on screen. As long as that crumb was on set, I will pay money for it, and I will proudly display it and own it. And this is this is not comparable to a crumb, obviously. I mean, this is one of the Punch Pop labels right here. I'd love to know what material these are made out of, what they printed these on, because I would love to try to remake this faithfully and be able to sell, or just for personal use, make accurate Punch Pop replicas. So I would love to know what material this is, but again, I'm not gonna mess with that. I don't want to do anything to it by accident. But I mean, it's just a wonderful production, amazing people behind it, and just overall an awesome movie. And I am just thankful. And I think, I don't know what else there is to show here. I think this is a good time to wrap everything up. And I appreciate those who have tuned in. I've been kind of cryptically hinting at this stream, this video, whatever. I've been hinting that I bought something, that it was going to be arriving, and that it was special. And some of you may be disappointed because this isn't like a piece of one of the suits or something. I mean, kind of. But you know what I mean? Like, I hope none of you are disappointed necessarily by what I have here, because I'm very excited. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what it is. It's from Willy's Wonderland. And if you're here, you likely love Willy's Wonderland. And I just hope you're as excited as I am. I'm so glad I can show this to everybody. This is far from private collecting. I'm just showing you all, and I wish I had one of the suits, but that doesn't, I realize in this moment, it doesn't really matter what it is. It's still something from the movie, and I'm proud to own it. And I am glad that so many amazing people were able to come together and work together to create this thing. And there's still remnants of that production here. There's still pieces from the universe of this film that are out here in our world that we can obtain, that we can own. And I am so grateful for that. And it's amazing to be able to do this and to own these. So thank you to the seller for this opportunity. Thank you all for watching. And thank you to everybody, anybody and everybody behind Willy's Wonderland who made this movie possible, who has brought joy to so many people, including me, obviously, as you can see. Thank you. Thank you so very much. And I hope to see you all very, very soon doing something else Willy's Wonderland related. I've been very much lacking on the uploads lately. So I'm going to try to get back to that. So yeah, thank you. Thank you all so much.